McClain's family described him as a kind introvert who played his violin to comfort cats at an animal shelter. They say he often wore a mask to keep warm because of a blood condition. Right after his death in August of 2019, prosecutors did not charge anyone.
Say his name.
For these protesters, but the case drew renewed attention last year following the murder of George Floyd. Some of McClain's last words, "I'm just different," became a rallying cry. Calling that response a hysterical overreaction, today the Aurora Police Union said our officers did nothing wrong. Sadly, Mr. McClain died due to a combination of exertion due to his decision to violently resist arrest and a pre-existing heart condition. Legal experts say that while it's unusual for police officers to face charges in this type of case, it's extremely rare for paramedics to do so.
Now to charges in an Elijah McClain case. 3 officers and 2 paramedics indicted in the 2019 death of the young black man who died after being put in a chokehold while walking home from a convenience store. Marcus Moore has the latest. Good morning, Marcus.
Michael, good morning. These indictments come 2 years after Elijah McClain, who was unarmed, died following an altercation with police. And there had been loud calls for justice. And now comes this development. This grainy body camera video captures portions of Elijah McClain's last moments alive. Police confronted the 23-year-old as he walked home alone from a grocery store 2 years ago. McClain died after a struggle with the officers. Now this morning, 3 policemen and 2 paramedics face criminal charges for the young man's death. The Colorado grand jury indictment detailing the 32 total counts levied against the officers and first responders, including manslaughter and criminally negligent homicide. On August 24, 2019, 3 Aurora police officers responded to a 911 call about a masked man acting suspiciously.
Hey, stop right there. Stop. 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 I have a right to stop you because you're being suspicious.
McClain's family later explained that he suffered from a blood condition that often made him feel cold.
Stop tensing up.
No, let go of me.
Stop tensing up.
No, I am an introvert.
Stop
Please respect the boundaries that I am speaking.
Officers tackling McClain, then putting him in a carotid chokehold, which restricts blood flow to the brain. McClain pleading with them that he is nonviolent.
I'm so sorry. I have no gun. I don't do that stuff. I don't do any fighting.
At one point, even crying out 3 words that have become rallying cries against police brutality.
I can't breathe correctly.
The officers later claiming that the 23-year-old had reached for one of their guns. And prosecutors say this was a critical moment. Paramedics arriving at the scene and injecting McClain with what prosecutors say was a lethal amount of the powerful anesthetic ketamine. The Aurora Police Association defending the officers, saying in a statement to ABC News, there is no evidence that APD officers caused his death. The hysterical overreaction to this case has severely damaged the police department.
This police department needs to be disbanded and rebuilt from the ground up.
McClain's death gained national attention during the months of protests following the police killing of George Floyd. Since then, Colorado has banned the use of chokeholds and bars paramedics from using ketamine to subdue suspects. Now McClain's family wants their son to be remembered as a gentle young man who had a bright future.
He was a giver of love, giver of whatever he can to make you feel better, even if he's not feeling good.
Family members also said that Elijah used to play the violin at the animal shelter, hoping they would not feel lonely. That's the kind of guy he was. And as we mentioned before, guys, there were calls, very loud calls for justice, and the family believes that these indictments are indeed a step to that end.
Give us some more units. We're fighting them.
Tonight, police officers and paramedics in Aurora, Colorado are facing criminal charges after stopping 23-year-old Elijah McClain while he walked home from a convenience store.
We're here today because Elijah McClain is not here, and he should be.
Police had gotten a call about a suspicious man wearing a mask.
I am an introvert.
They restrained him with a carotid hold, and paramedics injected him with a powerful sedative, ketamine.
I can't breathe correctly because
Now, a 32-count indictment. 2 officers, a former officer, and 2 paramedics each face a count of manslaughter and criminally negligent homicide. 4 of the 5 also face assault charges.
Bullshit is everywhere. Bullshit is rampant. Parents are full of shit, teachers are full of shit, clergymen are full of shit, and law enforcement people are full of shit. This entire country is completely full of shit, and always has been. From the Declaration of Independence to the Constitution to the Star-Spangled Banner, it's still nothing more than one big steaming pile of red, white, and blue all-American bullshit.
This crowd has gone deadly silent. Cinderella story, out of nowhere. A former greenskeeper now about to become the Masters champion. It looks like I'm a wreck. It's in the hole!